noticed.
Too much love will kill you.
But they didn't have any scientific evidence. In fact, they just made it up. Today, though, there's research to confirm that love can kill you if you're in a bad relationship.
Staying in a bad relationship can have a really detrimental effect on our well-being because we end up spending a lot of unnecessary energy just maintaining a day-to-day composure.
A 20-year study shows the way we argue with our partners can predict long-term health problems. Exploding with anger can lead to cardiovascular conditions, while silently seething forecasts musculoskeletal issues like backaches.
I have seen a lot of evidence of people with physical ailments as a direct result of emotional dissatisfaction.
Science has shown the key to lasting happiness isn't wealth or fame. It's loving and lasting relationships.
High conflict marriages, for example, without much affection, turn out to be very bad for our health, perhaps worse than getting divorced. And living in the midst of good, warm relationships is protective.
So that means getting good at monogamy. Monogamy. Monogamy.
That was weird.
Not as weird as this.
Improve your health. You just need to improve your relationship.
It's important to remember that relationships are alive. They're not monoliths, they're not static, so they need nourishment.
That really was weird. Molly and Tony Andrews have been married. They've been married for 56 years, and they asked us to send a camera to their house because their grandchildren are coming over for dinner, which I think is fair enough. Molly, what is the secret to a lasting relationship?
Well, it's a boring answer, but I think it's give and take. Lots of give and take. And
Sorry, you keep going, Molly. Sorry.
We might argue on that. We disagree on a few things, and we might finish the argument and we still believe in what we think is right, but we talk to one another and go on to something else.
Tony, have you heard the expression happy wife, happy life? And is that true?
No, I think it's happy, both happy in turns. I understand what that's about, and certainly you're going to have misery if the keeper of the castle's not happy, but you've both got to be happy.
Yeah, well said, Tony. And I believe the keeper of the castle convinced you to be here tonight. Apparently you weren't too keen, but Molly put her foot down and, you know...
That's exactly what happened. Somebody's been leaking.
I thought it might have been a bit of fun.
So which one of you is the exploder and which one is more like the simmerer?
Tony.
I'm the exploder.
Yeah.
I've never heard that expression before. Yeah, somebody else has been leaking. You've been talking to the kids.
This is all very convivial. Guys, how about you tell us, you said you're having a lot of arguments now, you're having more than you used to. What's the biggest one? And maybe we can try to sort it out right now on air.
I wouldn't trust you people to sort an argument between husband and wife.
I can see why they've been together so long. Molly, Tony, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
All right, then.
Thanks, bye-bye.
Have a long and happy life to you people.
That's really interesting in that TED Talk, though, hearing them say that being in an unhappy relationship is almost worse for you than getting divorced. Because for a lot of people, they would fear divorce and what it would do, but then spending 40 years miserable is just as bad for you.
But people do end up better off after divorce. Like, if, you know, I'm not saying go out and get divorced, but if it's got to that point, then you do. Like, that is a much better thing for your health. And, like, what we've known for ages is that your social circumstances do determine your health to a large extent. Like, people with more friends get fewer colds. Like, things like that. We've known that for ages.
Yeah, word just coming through. Molly and Tony have separated since that interview.
Too punchy.
It's just a minute ago, wow.